Do price checking when shopping in Korea. Shopping in Korea is an obvious do. In a city where stores are literally open from morning to night, what else are you going to do? However, my special recommendation for a do when it comes to shopping in Korea is to always check multiple stores to see if you can find a better price. Many stores, especially in the market area, will sell the same thing. If you don't check, you're only going to be cheated. Trust me, it's happened to me before. You. So look here and see the do's and don'ts of shopping in Korea. But Keith, did you go to another store to check if you could find the same one for a cheaper price? This is a don't. What? Jasmine checked multiple shops to find cheaper versions of the same socks. This is a do. It's a do, guys. Cheriseo!
Korean pop culture, also known as Hallyu, is spread around the world. There are some popular areas in Seoul where pop culture is more evident. Myeongdong, Hongdae, and Gangnam to name a few. Do expect to see pop culture icons on advertisements and hear Korean pop music, or K-pop for short, playing in cafes and stores. A mistake some K-pop fans make about Korea is that all Koreans listen to or know about K-pop. Usually, this isn't the case. Another aspect of Korean pop culture is Korean dramas. K-dramas for short are very popular within Asia and are spreading to other countries as well. My Love from the Stars is one example of a K-drama which became globally popular.
Koreans tend to place great importance on proper table settings and dining etiquette. An emphasis so large that I've managed to discover the following do's and don'ts in my short time here. Before you begin to eat, especially if you are visiting someone's home, it's polite to say that you are looking forward to the meal. The Koreans say 잘 먹겠습니다, which means I will eat well, and then bow slightly when the food is placed in front of you. If you happen to be dining with the elderly, or even someone just 1 year older than you, you must also wait until they are seated and have started eating before you do. You are always provided with a spoon and chopsticks, and it is wise to note that both should never be used at the same time. When finished, you must place them together on the table next to your bowl. You should never leave chopsticks sticking up in the bowl, as this is only done when commemorating the dead. When enjoying a meal with others, it is very common to share all side dishes and have an individual bowl of rice. These side dishes are referred to as banchan, which means littering the table. It is best to keep in mind that the rice bowl should be kept on the left and all hot foods, such as soup, on the right. It is extremely rude to remove either bowl from the table.
Greetings in Korea are a highly important part of the culture to know about before arriving. It is because much of Korea is based on old Confucian values. These impact many of the traditions and daily life of Korea, including the way you greet others. Do bow to those who are older than you, especially if in a position above yours, such as a student and a teacher. Don't make eye contact with those older than you. It is seen as being highly offensive. Don't cross your hands over each other. There is a particular way for girls and the opposite for boys. But if you get it wrong, it is extremely offensive. It literally means that you wish death on the other person. So don't do it. However, you won't see much of this amongst people closer in age. Friends are much less formal in their greetings with each other. However, you will still see students bowing to each other around campus.
One of the best things to do in Korea is to experience their drinking culture. Most restaurants serve alcohol with meals. It is a norm to see people having a bottle or two sojus together with family, friends, and most commonly among businessmen. There are some etiquette to drinking alcohol in Korea. Here are the do's and don'ts. Do not pour alcohol into your own cup. If someone offers you a drink, do not accept with just one hand. Accept any alcohol with both hands. Always pour alcohol with both hands too, using your right hand to hold the bottle and the left hand under your wrist. If having alcohol with meals is too boring, join the Koreans for some drinking game.
Modern Korean culture is inspired by both the Confucianism and the Japanese culture inherited from the Joseon period before the Korean War. Although many people try to change it, one key element of working in Korea is the respect of the chief, in which the superior is not only an arbiter, but also a guide and figure to be reckoned by his peers. For example, to work overtime and to never deny his decisions, whatever it may be, is considered essential to prove his respect to the chief. As such, many employees find themselves obligated to follow the boss around every work party he drags them to, sometimes putting a real pressure around family life, but also driving the surge of scholars for grades and promotion through the roof.
Do hike mountains in South Korea. Hello everyone, today I'm here at Gwanesan Mountain, which stands at 629 meters in height, and I'm attempting to scale up this mountain together with my buddy Chanu. So if you guys are looking for some adventure in South Korea, or simply looking for some exercise to de-stress, then hiking up a mountain might be a suitable activity for you. The hike is steep and tiring, as with all mountains in South Korea, but once you get over it and reach the top, you will be treated to the amazing landscape of Seoul. Seeing Seoul from the top is definitely impressive, and it really drives home just how modern and vibrant Seoul really is.
Do learn basic Korean. You may not be staying in Korea for an extended period of time, but if you learn the Korean alphabet, also known as Hangul, it will help you a lot when figuring out how to get around Seoul. Korean may seem pretty intimidating at first, but with only 40 characters, Korean is actually one of the easiest Asian languages for non-native speakers to learn. When coming to Korea, do not assume everyone in Korea will know English. Even though English is an international business language and is heavily emphasized in the Korean education system, it's only polite that when you travel to another country, you at least learn a few basic phrases of that language. Even if you aren't fluent in the language, learning a bit of basic Korean will get you very far.
Do's and don'ts in the subway in South Korea. Hello everyone, we're gonna teach you about basic manners and etiquette in South Korea. We're in Hukseok subway station where a scene involving an elderly and a young man is about to take place. Do give up your seat to the elderly in the subway. Respect for elders is the only right thing to do in Korea.
Why are you sitting here? This is for other people. Get up! Get up! Young people.
Don't disrespect the elderly in the subway, otherwise you will be in trouble.
My man. Sir,